Yo, what up, what up, man? Who we got in the house today, man? What we got going on here? What's up, everybody, man? Who we got in the house today, man? Go ahead, hit that like button on your way in. And, man, we going to get to it, man. Let's see. Yes, sir, we in here once again for another day. Thank God. Yep. You already know. We got, say this fool is a Hoover, of course. He gonna clown. He is a fighter, but I bet he ain't have nothing to do with it. People on the internet know this shall be unsolved as well. All right, now I see a lot of the comments in here already talking about the situation that we gonna get with or talk about with Treyway, and his comments about the whole Quando Rondo thing, right? But to start things off, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this Fetty Wap situation, get that out of here first, and then talk about Young Thug, and then we'll end on the Treyway situation, right? Or the Treyway comments, right? But, man, what's crazy is the fact that a lot of people are clowning that situation, man. It's like, man, these jokers in this rap game is cold, man. Cold, man. But, man, while we open it up, let's go ahead and get these shout-outs out, man. Let's make sure we shout y'all out. What up, Broward County in the house. What's up? The 954. What up? We got, who else we got in the building? We got NY in the building. I see you, New York. What's up? Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's up, man? 404 Atlanta. What up, man? What's up, Atlanta? ATL in the building. Indiana in here. What's up, Indiana? Huntsville, Alabama. What's cracking? Philly, what's up? We got the 347 New York City in the building. What's up, man? The 704 in here. 704. All right, you got it. Let me see. Kansas City, Missouri in the building. I see you. All right, as y'all get in here, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Faster we get to 100 likes, man, the faster that we going to get them alerts out and everybody going to know we mean business. You know what I'm saying? So if you can, hit that like button. Let's run it up. Kingston, Jamaica in the building. What's up? Somebody just said, what up? Daytona, Florida in the building. What's up? Old Nat Ave in the building, man. What's up, Old National? What up, man? I know where that is. ATL in the building. 209, what up? 252, what up? Philadelphia, what's up? Philly again, what's up? Trenton, New Jersey, what's up? Cashville, Tennessee. West Philly, West Side Chicago, the 303, the 215. What's up, man? What up, everybody? All right, y'all make sure y'all run up them likes, and we gonna stick to the course and keep this thing going. Savannah in the building, what's up, man? Quando was just bragging about how they had made money on his. Okay. We're going to get to that. And if you got something like super important to chat in, make sure you super chat it, especially if it's really long, man. So that way I could just stop what I'm doing and talk about the super chats all at once and go through the whole paragraph. You know what I mean? But, man, we gonna get to it, man. All right, we got 864 FMT South. What's that? Where's that? Let me know, man. Spell it out for me. I might be missing that one. Wilson, North Carolina, in the building, the 252. Throw up the 0407. What's up? 215 to 615. 203, Connecticut. What's up? Memphis, Tennessee. I see the 614, Columbus, Ohio. I see that 215, Philly in here heavy. I see Holy City. What's up, man? I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Cheers to you as well. We got 904 in the building. Duval County in the building, man. I always got to say it like that. When you say Duval County, you got to say it like that. You know what I mean? 209, I see you. The 201, I see you. Let's see. Baltimore, Cashville, Tennessee, Trenton, New Jersey, Kingston, Jamaica. Let me see. Hartford, Connecticut up in here, man. You know? We got the 318 Ratchet City and Denver in the building. We got the 215. We got Tallahassee. I see the 876. 415 to the 510. What up, man? We got Seaport in the building. What's up, Seaport? The 912. DMV in the building at 703. Cincinnati, Ohio in the building. I see Omaha in the building. That's the 513 and the 402. What's up to the 410, man? What up, man? All right, man. So let's get to it, man. Y'all got to hit that like button, man. Run them likes up, man. The faster we get to over 100 likes, man, the better. Please believe it, man. Now, let me just shout out a couple more. I see you, Charlotte. I see the 614. I see Spartanburg, South Carolina. Ratchet City 318. Quando, y'all dissing. All right, we ain't even got to that part of the video yet, but we're going to get there. RIP King Von. I see Peace from South Carolina. Peace to you. Greenville, North Carolina. Somebody said free Lucci. Somebody from Vegas, the 702. I see the 257 Alabama. Houston in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Portland, Jamaica in the building as always. All right, man, let's get to it. All right, so today we're gonna talk about a couple of things. So, sit back, relax, and chill, man. We're gonna get to it today. We're gonna be talking about this situation with Fetty Wap, man. Looks like, man, he just said, forget it. I'm about to just turn it over. Like, I'm gonna just try my best in working out a deal. And we're gonna talk about a couple of news stories that get to that. Also, man, we're gonna talk about Young Thug. Is Young Thug going broke, man? Is it too much strain on him with these cases? Because it seems like it's taking a toll on Young Thug right now, man. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am talking about the fact that he's fighting a RICO and he has several lawsuits and allegedly a jewelry bill that's outstanding out there where these jewelers really want their jewelry back. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're going to talk about that, right? Then we're going to finish up by talking about Treyway 6, and I ain't going to say the rest, and his reaction to the Quando Rondo situation, and played a video of the rapper who had banned Quando Rondo from LA. Told him what it was and what he couldn't do. And Quando Rondo obviously did the opposite of that, man. So let's talk about all that. But before we do, you know what we got to do, man. We got to keep it official. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat today, man. Shout out to y'all. So if y'all don't know, Fetty Wap has had his own indictment going on. I can't really say it's a RICO indictment. To be honest, it's a large federal drug case, though. It was involving him, an officer who worked for a prison, the mail distribution system. Like, it was a lot going on in this. And most people thought Fetty Wap would be seeing a lot of time from this. And it looks like he might have worked out some type of deal. So let's back everybody up and go to where Fetty Wap got arrested. I think we got a video that I could play for y'all, man. So let's check this out.
Rapper Fetty Wap is back in jail. The rapper, whose real name is William Maxwell, was taken into custody in New Jersey for violating terms of his pretrial release. Maxwell is accused of threatening to kill someone over a video call and flashing a gun. At the time, Maxwell was awaiting trial for drug possession.
Okay. Now, that video is relatively short, and it really doesn't get to the whole heart of the issue. Fetty Wap was arrested for a large-scale drug operation that he was allegedly involved in. This took place at Rolling Loud, New York City, right? Right before he was supposed to go on stage, they nabbed him up, man, and he ended up getting arrested, right? Now, after that, he got arrested again, and that's that video that I just played where they said he got arrested again. That was because he allegedly was threatening somebody who was an informant in this case, somebody who was working with the government on their behalf. You know what I mean? And somehow he found out, FaceTimed him, and was talking all sorts of stuff to him. And dude basically turned it right over to the police. Was like, "Hey man, he threatening me," and Fetty Wap got arrested again, and that's what got us to this.
Rapper Fetty Wap is back in jail. The rapper, whose real name is William Maxwell, was taken into custody in New Jersey for violating terms of his pretrial release. Maxwell is accused of threatening to kill someone over a video call and flashing a gun. At the time, Maxwell was awaiting trial for drug possession.
Now, what's crazy is, with that, it's been kind of quiet because Fetty Wap was obviously arrested. That just happened recently, right? But news kicked off today that he's basically going to be turning over, man. He's going to be he's working out a deal, and it's looking like he might look at a max of 5 years. So let's also look at this other report that gives a better idea of what he was facing and what exactly this operation took, like what was involved in this operation that he was allegedly a part of. That was like this large-scale drug operation.
The rapper Fetty Wap is facing serious charges tonight. Federal agents say he was running a bi-coastal drug pipeline. The New Jersey native was arrested last night, and CBS News' Jennifer McLogan has the story.
The talented rapper Willie Jr. Maxwell II, better known by his stage name Fetty Wap, was
Willie Jr. Let's go.
Preparing to take the stage at the Citi Field Music Festival Rolling Loud Thursday night when the FBI moved in, arresting him for running a major drug. Stayed out of the music spotlight the last few years, and that lack of money and prestige.
I had to cut it, man. I had to cut a part of that out just so that way we ain't play his music. You know how they get with the music, but let's go.
At a source were motivation to allegedly get involved in the drug trade. According to court papers, Fetty Wap and 5 others, including a New Jersey officer, ran a multi-million-dollar drug distribution ring, mailing narcotics through the U.S. Postal Service, hiring drivers with hidden vehicle compartments to
This is an elaborate scheme. Y'all heard that? They said it was through the U.S. Postal Service. They had drivers that they hired that had compartments to hide all the drugs, man. This is an elaborate scheme, man.
transport mass quantities of and crack cocaine into New Jersey and Long Island. The fact that we arrested a chart-topping rap artist and a corrections officer as part of the conspiracy illustrates just how vile the drug trade has become. Did not make a bail application. He is detained, remains in custody. The U.S. attorney said he is in renegotiation with Fetty Wap's lawyer, so there could be cooperation down the road. From federal court in Central Islip, Jennifer McLogan, CBS 2 News.
The rapper's attorney says he's...
We'll go back to that part when we play it again, but hopefully y'all didn't miss that last part where they said, man, there might be some type of cooperation or whatever, right? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's telling on anybody. He might just be pleading guilty, not telling on anybody, just to get it out of the way so he can start doing his time.
praying this is all a misunderstanding. The musician faces a minimum of 10 years and a maximum of life in prison on the federal drug charges.
Whew. And to be real, nobody wants to do that life with an L, man. You know what I'm saying? Or do that 20 with an L. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of time, man. That's football numbers for real, man. So you heard right there. Fetty Wap was basically looking at a lot of time, dog. Like, there ain't no other way to chop this up. And the only way out of this, I think, is why he pled guilty today. But, man, I want y'all to clue in on what they said he was charged with, or what they said that he potentially did, and what we got to a decision today and why it just feels kind of weird.
The rapper Fetty Wap is facing serious charges tonight. Federal agents say he was running a bi-coastal drug pipeline. The New Jersey native was arrested last night.
Oh, man, y'all wildin'. Hold up, man. Make sure y'all get that like button, hit that like button. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's go.
CBS News' Jennifer McLogan has the story.
The talented rapper Willie Jr. Maxwell II, better known by his stage name Fetty Wap, was preparing to take the stage at the Citi Field Music Festival Rolling Loud Thursday night when the FBI moved in, arresting him for running a major drug. Stayed out of the music spotlight the last few years, and that lack of money and prestige, said a source, were motivation to allegedly get involved in the drug trade.
That's wild, man. They saying the fact that he kind of fell off in the music game. You know, he wasn't as active doing it as much. Like, he would put out a song, he wouldn't do what it, you know. Fetty Wap is one of those people, man, who just, like, when he blew up, it was so quick and he got so big so fast that, you know, it's hard to maintain that kind of momentum, I bet. You know, even some of the biggest artists in the world, they kind of started off mid-level and then they ended up being bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's even look at, like, Lil Durk. You know, his rise came kind of towards the mid to end of his career, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of rappers. But Fetty Wap, it was like, boom, Trap Queen hit, and then everything was hitting after that, you know what I'm saying? Drake feature. It was big for him out here, you know what I'm saying? Pause. But, yo, after he started to slow down, it just felt like, man, there wasn't anything else he could do because he had already blown up so big. It's just the interest, like, waned. Everybody was like, I don't think I'm interested in the flow and everything anymore. You know what I mean?
According to court papers, Fetty Wap and 5 others, including a New Jersey officer, ran a multi-million-dollar drug distribution ring, mailing narcotics through the U.S. Postal Service, hiring drivers with hidden vehicle compartments.
Like, man, this is crazy. Like, this is some movie stuff, right? Like, drivers that you personally hired to work for the Postal Service that got compartments and stuff. This is wild.
To transport mass quantities of and crack cocaine into New Jersey and Long Island. The fact that we arrested a chart-topping rap artist and a corrections officer as part of the conspiracy illustrates just how vile the drug trade has become. Did not make a bail app.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I bet you they thought they were really, really getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably thought they had everything covered because they had somebody who worked in the jail. There's just a lot going on in this.
Application. He is detained, remains in custody. The U.S. attorney said he is in renegotiation with Fetty Wap's lawyer, so there could be cooperation down the road. From federal court in Central Islip, Jennifer McLogan, CBS 2 News.
The rapper's attorney says he's praying this is all a misunderstanding. The musician faces a minimum of 10 years and a maximum of life in prison on the federal drug charges.
Okay, when we first heard about this, they said that was like the biggest headline out there, that Fetty Wap was going to be looking at life. You know what I'm saying? I remember when that story came down because I actually did a video on it and stuff, right? But, man, it looks like he's not going to be looking at life. It looks like, man, they came on really strong with that. But, man, this is where we at today. So let's talk about what took place today. So Fetty Wap pled guilty to the conspiracy drug charges. Now, I don't know what his role in it were exactly, but, you know, based on the information that's out there, it was making it seem like he was funding it / the boss type deal, but maybe that wasn't the case. Now, in this story from ABC News, it goes on to say this. It says, rapper Fetty Wap pleaded guilty on Monday to conspiracy to distribute and possess controlled substances. The artist, whose real name is Willie Jr. Maxwell II, now faces a 5-year mandatory minimum sentence. Now, that's a downgrade from life and 10 years minimum. Now he's looking at a mandatory 5-year minimum sentence. So maybe he worked out some sort of deal with the judge or worked out some sort of deal so that way he could just plead guilty, turn himself in, and do as little time as possible. Because let's be for real, that's what everybody does in these cases. Now, the U.S. Magistrate Judge Stephen Locke in Central Islip did not immediately set a sentencing date. Fetty Wap did not make a request to be released on bond and remains in custody. His previous bond was revoked earlier this month after he allegedly displayed a gun and threatened to kill someone during a December FaceTime call, according to federal prosecutors. Now, that's the reason why he's in jail right now. He was already out on bond, but he ended up going back because of that incident right there that he allegedly did, you know? Now, Fetty Wap, 30 years old, was indicted last September for conspiring to distribute some substances. He was released on $500,000 bond at the time, but was rearrested after allegedly violating the terms with that FaceTime call, which prosecutors say he threatened to kill the person on the other end of the phone, man. So that was a bad look for Fetty Wap. I don't know, man. I can't see if somebody already, you believe that they're telling, like, why in the world would you go on a FaceTime call with them? They're obviously going to screen record the call, like, because they're already telling you. If you know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's dumb. You know what I'm saying? But let's go. Y'all get them likes up, man. Let's rock. Now, the FBI obtained a video recording of the FaceTime call in which Fetty Wap is shown holding a gun and pointing it towards John Doe, according to the affidavit. So John Doe being the person who's the alleged informant or whatnot, man. Now, according to the rest of this story, they go into how, you know, the scene was played out as far as the setup for the operation or the alleged drug operation, but we ain't going to touch on that anymore. What I'm just wondering is, I don't know, is this a win for Fetty? Like, so far, like, if he's looking at a minimum 5 years, that's better than that minimum 10 years with a possibility of life. And I hate to jinx him, so I'm going to knock on wood, but man, potentially 5 years for just turning yourself in and saying guilty, and he's been in jail for what, maybe a couple months now? I don't know, man. I don't know. Either way, sounds like a lot of time and more than I would ever want to do, man. Now, let's transition from this Fetty Wap situation. And my bad, I have been neglecting the chat, but y'all don't neglect that like button. You know what I'm saying? Y'all said Petty in that. Dude's a goofy. Let's see. Y'all said Willie Jr. Yeah, that's his name. That's funny, man. All right, man. So let's move on to our next topic. Let's go. Let's talk about Young Thug, man. Man, it's looking bad for YSL out here, bro. Because there's a story that I was reading earlier, you know, and it talks about Young Thug maybe possibly losing the YSL brand or the YSL label, you know, and it was like, there's different levels to this, all right? So first off, let's talk about all the things that's going on with Young Thug. Obviously, Young Thug was arrested for this RICO indictment, this YSL RICO, right? And he's listed as the head, right? So it's looking real bad on him on that end. But I'm trying to factor is the fact that his finances are being hurt just a part of the strategy in these things? Or is it possible that these two things could be going on simultaneously and not be related to each other? Now, in order to clarify that, let's actually take a look at the most recent lawsuits that he has to date. Now, before, and just to be completely transparent, he's had, not judgments, but lawsuits brought against him in the past. I think there was one in 2018 with a jeweler. But recently, there's a story that's floating around, and I've seen DJ Academics talk about this a bit, where Jacob the jeweler and some other unnamed jewelers are allegedly trying to get their jewelry back. And there was a blog I was reading that was talking about the same thing. So this had me pose the question, like, with all this going on at the same time, is Young Thug possibly in a financial bind? And if so, isn't that the strategy of the whole RICO indictment, man? So let's look at this, man. There was a story I was reading, and it said, this came out maybe a couple of weeks ago, I want to say, if that. And it says, Young Thug sued by promoter for $150,000 due to canceled Atlanta concert after Thug's indictment. Now, peep this. Young Thug allegedly entered an agreement with one of the top promoters in the music industry by the name of AEG. Now, AEG allegedly gave him $5 million up front. And there is no way, while he's locked up on this RICO indictment, he'll ever be able to make those shows. Now, I'm not sure if this $150,000 concert commitment is the same, because it's from another company. Oddly enough, I think their name is AE1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're connected to AEG or not, but it seems like it's a totally different company. And once we get to the AEG story, I'll show you the court documents and all that. We'll talk about that, right? So, but with this situation, man, and I want to pull this out right here. Okay. So Young Thug is being sued for failing to pay back, and I'm reading the story directly, a concert organizer over a canceled June 18th concert due to his felony racketeering charges. According to Billboard, the A1 Concert Entertainment lawsuit filed it last week claims that Young Thug and his company, YSL Touring LLC, were allegedly paid $150,000 to secure his performance at Atlanta's State Farm Arena. So he got paid a total of $300,000, excuse me, and he got $150 up front. For those of you who don't know, you got your front end, back end, right? They send you money up front. That's just to secure that you're gonna be there. This is for the artist, be it whatever, and it's half. You get the other half when you show up to the concert. You know what I mean? You don't show up to the concert, the promoter wants that front half back. They want their front end back. And it looks like they're trying to get it back from him, so they had to sue. Now, I don't know if they had already reached out to Young Thug's camp or not and tried to get that money back, but the fact that he might not have been able to pay that is some alarm signals. You know what I'm saying? It's sending up some red flags, to be real with you, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into this, but y'all tell me in the chat or in the comment section what y'all think, man. Because obviously, you know, there's some sort of issue here if he can't pay back $150,000. You know what I mean? And I'm saying it like it ain't life-changing money for most of us, because that is. Let's be for real. But man, it seems like, I don't know. That seems like a bad sign. That seems like a bad sign. Let's go. But let's continue the story. So the A1 owner, Alencio Graham, claims his company reached out to YSL seeking reimbursement, but never received payment. Graham adds that the contractual agreement between the rapper and himself, in quotes, specifically allows for the reimbursement of funds if Williams cancels. So basically, a clause for him to get his front end back. So if he puts money up front for Young Thug to be at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, it's a clause in there that says, you don't show up, you send me my money back. And that's why he's suing. In quotes, it says, defendants breached the agreement by canceling the performance on May 9th, 2022, when Williams was arrested on numerous felony charges. A1's lawyer noted, defendants breached the agreement when they failed to reimburse the plaintiff the $150,000 deposit paid. The lawsuit arrives on the heels of Young Thug, legally known as Jeffrey Williams, receiving new charges in his RICO case. So, man, and this story is almost done, but man, this is just things getting worse and worse and worse. Because let's not forget, man, before I finish the story, remember Young Thug's sister saying that, yo, there's some things going on, like as far as like her being able to get money and stuff like that, like a frozen account or something like that. I'll bring that video up for you guys to see. You know what I mean? But I remember that. And I'm only wondering, like, is it a possibility that money is frozen in some of these accounts due to the RICO indictment, and that's preventing him from paying some of these outdue balances or alleged balances that he owes? Because I can't say that I know for a fact he owes it. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna keep it legally straight, right? So let's look at this video real quick. Okay, my bad. Just so I can preface this. This is allegedly Young Thug's sister. You know what I mean? And this was taken from a blog called Gossip in the City T. And she was complaining about her money being messed up. And a lot of people attributed this to the YSL RICO situation, even though I don't know if it is or not. But it sounds like the strategy that's usually employed in these RICO indictments when you look at cases in the past. Let me make that bigger for you.
I'm dead serious.
Y'all tell me if y'all hear it.
When I tell y'all what's going on with me, and I tell y'all these problems, y'all think that I'm lying, or y'all don't, I don't know what you guys be thinking. But when I don't say y'all shut the fuck up. You is one of the main ones that's so shady. You is one of the main ones that's so shady. This got it, y'all, and won't even send me nothing. I just told you I was broke. I my cash out, my Zelle, my Apple Pay. What else? How else can you send money? All up.
All right, so you heard in that video, you had Young Thug's, well, allegedly Young Thug's sister, saying that, yo, man, my money messed up, is frozen, and all that. And is it a possibility that something similar like that is happening to Young Thug? And that's why he can't pay some of these things, and that's why he's starting to rack up these different lawsuits. You know what I mean? So it's looking like with this lawsuit, it also goes with another lawsuit, which we're going to talk about in a second. And, man, let's get into it, man. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think, before we move on to that other lawsuit or whatever, do y'all think that there's just a strategy in this? Like in a RICO indictment, like, okay, if he ain't got no money, now we could really squeeze him. Like, at what point is this all legal still? Like, it just seemed like, man, it seems like overboard in order to get the subject or the suspect that you're trying to get, man. You know what I mean? Because if you freezing other people's accounts, I don't know. I don't know if all that's real. It just seems like overboard, man. But maybe, you know, you got to prove that, yo, these are legal accounts. These aren't legal accounts. Maybe there's some burden of proof so that way you have access to your finances. It's wild, man. Wild stuff, man. All right, man. I'm going to get to that super chat from Felons with Firearms in a second. I see you, man. I'm going to give you a shout out, but I want to talk about this other story that kind of plays into what we're talking about, right? And anybody else, if you want to super chat anything, you are welcome to do so. You know what I mean? And let's see. I wanted to talk about this headline right here. And this is a story that came out maybe like an hour or two ago. And it says, Young Thug could lose $6 million and YSL brand in battle with AEG. Now, AEG is one of the big dogs in the music industry, in the rap industry. And it seems like he has a legal situation with AEG as well. Now, in this story, let's actually go into the details. So, and this story is from allhiphop.com originally, right? And they provided some alleged legal paperwork and everything, you know, that they pulled from the case file, and we'll go over that. Now, it says Young Thug has a date set for a trial, and this one has nothing to do with his high-profile RICO charge cases. The rap star is locked into a multi-million-dollar battle with concert behemoth AEG, which could significantly deplete his resources. Now, this is where I posed the question. Was like, man, is Young Thug broke? Is his money funny? Is it held up? I don't know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? But all these dollar amounts sound big to me. And the way that rappers floss and the way that rappers, put their money out there and they, spend a lot on jewelry and things like that, it just makes me wonder, man. That's a lot of money, man. Now, AEG is seeking the return of a $5 million advance. Now, remember, in the last case, we're talking about a $150,000 advance from that A1 company for missing the show. In this case, it's something similar because there's no way that Young Thug can make any shows. That's probably a big reason why they're trying to get him out on bond besides wanting your freedom. He probably wants to be able to at least do a couple shows locally or something, man, be able to leave the house for that, especially if these shows are all around the Atlanta area. Now, it goes on to say the issues between the rapper and AEG started well before his problems with prosecutors in Georgia. In December of 2020, AEG says Young Thug signed an agreement in 2017, taking the considerable advance, but almost immediately the rap star breached their contract. AEG claims that although they had the exclusive rights to Young Thug's concerts, he kept booking shows on the side while collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars off performance fees. So they're saying that even though he was locked into an agreement with them, he was still out there booking shows on his own, probably hitting up the Chitlin circuit, my bad. I know that sounds crazy, man, to some people who don't get it. But I mean, like, hitting the club shows and things of that nature, and picking up a bag. Because a lot of artists do that, right? Now, they also have this right here I want to show y'all, which is some paperwork or some case file, some stuff from the case file. That kind of says the same thing right there. Hopefully that's big enough for y'all to see. Tell me in the comments if it's not. But you see here in this highlighted section, it says, under the terms of the 2017 artist agreement. So he signed this back in 2017. Since then, he's probably made a lot of money. Let's be real. Especially with Gunna under his wing and stuff like that. Like, he really started to, let's be real. Young Thug's resurgence in the game started around that time. Well, yeah, that's when people started to really his numbers started to really do crazy, Now, AEG advanced the sum of $5 million, it looks like $5.25 million to YSL. The advance, and in connection therewith, YSL executed a promissory note dated as of July 10th, 2017, in the original principal amount of the $5.25 million in favor of AEG in the note. And it says a true and correct copy of the 2017 note as redacted is attached hereto as Exhibit A. Now, all that means is that they have proof that he signed a promissory note for that amount of money, that $5.2 million. You know what I'm saying? And they have it here as Exhibit A in the case file or whatever, right? Now, on or about July 10th, 2017, Mr. Williams, aka Young Thug, executed an inducement letter, and it says, which is a guarantee in quotes, or excuse me, in parentheses, in connection with the 2017 artist management and the 2017 note. So basically saying they had an agreement between him that was signed in 2017 by Young Thug, right? And that's it. So they had some sort of agreement between the two parties where Young Thug was supposed to be booking shows exclusively through them. And they're saying that he broke that agreement. Now, in this next part, it says this, the opt-out notice. So they have that highlighted. In response to YSL and Mr. Williams' failure to honor their respective obligations under the 2017 artist agreement and their total disregard for AEG's rights, thereunder, AEG decided to exercise in right under 2017 artist agreement to opt out of any further obligations to promote Mr. Williams' concerts and to end the term of such agreement early. So basically saying that they opted out, they had an opt-out clause in the contract, and they used it because they were able to enact it because he wasn't meeting the requirements that they set up in the agreement. Now, AEG delivered to YSL and Mr. Williams a note of exercising opt-out right on August 29th, 2019, and the opt-out notice. So, I mean, that's basically it. I mean, if that's all the proof that they have in there and they have those things attached, sounds like it won't be a good thing for Young Thug, you know what I'm saying? But having to pay back $5.2 million is a little different than having to pay back $150,000, man. Because the way that rappers be living, Young Thug might have already spent that. Now, I don't know if he did or not. I'm not for sure, so don't hold me to that. But come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give a rapper $5 million, man, I think he's going to get a car. He's going to get a chain. He probably going to go to Miami for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. Crazy, man. But I don't know, man. All these legal obligations that are, or all these court cases and lawsuits that are popping up. And then the rumor that I read also in this blog about, jewelry. People are trying to sue him over outstanding jewelry debts going back as far as May of 2002 and 2018 or something like that. I don't know, man. In the rap game, I know flossing is a big thing, but what if you do end up in a situation like Young Thug's in, where he's got to sit down and he can't do any shows? I'm pretty sure when you doing shows every week, 2 or 3 shows a week, sometimes 2 or 3 shows, two shows a night, that money's just coming in. So you're like, whatever. But then you have to sit down for something like this, man, that can make your pockets turn inside out, I'm pretty sure, man. All right, man. And I know, my bad for neglecting the chat, but I wanted to make sure that I talked about that whole story and read it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Oh, man, my bad. So let's shout out our super chats, man. So we got one super chat in here from Felons and Firearms. He says, learn to get your gun rights back as a felon. All states, court documents posted, paperwork, don't lie, # felons with firearms. Check out his page if you want to, you know what I'm saying? I see him comment here often, man, with a super chat, and we appreciate it, man. Now, I'm not too sure about he knows the laws probably about that, so check him out. Feel me? Yeah, y'all said 5 million is generational wealth. Buy 10 McDonald's and KFC and you rich forever. Yeah, man, I don't think cats be thinking about that because they're being rappers. They being in the industry, they're being artists. Some people, they do think about franchising and doing big things like that. But, your main job usually is being an artist. So that might not be what you want to do with your time. Outside of that, most people just think about spending that money, not trying to use that money to get more. I will buy his car system. Thugger. All right, I see y'all. Okay, man. But, man, in all reality, man, all this that's coming out with YSL and Young Thug and whatnot, man, it's a bad look, man. Ain't nothing about this positive. And it seems like the fact that this RICO indictment is putting the clamps on him, Gunna, and they ain't able to do any shows only complicates the problem when you have issues like this and you've got lawsuits piling up on the outside because of things that you can't do because of it's not in your control. You know what I'm saying? $150,000, okay, but $6 million, $5 million, and it seems like they've been having this battle for a while. So we'll see how this turns out for Young Thug and his team. But I'll say this much: it ain't looking good, dog. It ain't looking good at all. And they also talk about the fact that he could lose the YSL brand, man, which is crazy, man, because, it's pretty much their identity. Now, I would be a main point of argument for me if I was them. I would be like, yo, see, we use YSL for business. You know what I'm saying? It's saying we don't use this as an organization to do crime. You know what I mean? Well, let's go. All right, man. So let's get to our final story here. All right. And it's coming out of the weekend. I know we did a relatively long live about this, but let's talk about Quando Rondo, man. Now, for those of you who forgot, Quando Rondo and his squad were involved in a shooting where his homeboy, Lul Pab, lost his life. Several people have spoken out from his side, basically sending their condolences to Lul Pab and, saying what they had to say as far as their love and appreciation for him online. On the opposite end of the spectrum of that, you've had people come out and blatantly disrespect Quando Rondo behind the situation. Several people have done so. And, one of those was Mimo 600. You had somebody else you actually had somebody from Queso's family. I seen a post earlier. Queso's older brother had said something or something like that. But there's a lot going on, man. You had people doing the Quando Rondo challenge. But, man, it was all based on the fact that there was a shooting that took place that sounded pretty organized, if you ask me, man. Like, it sounded like a setup, but there's big rumors about who set this up. And some people say that one particular organization and one LA rapper are already taking claim for this. Now, there were also reports that Quando Rondo was told not to come to LA, and since the King Von situation, they hadn't been moving around really anyway, so it probably was no reason for him to. Things kind of started to move around again. He might have forgot, and maybe that might have been the problem and why he had issue. But man, let's actually get everybody caught up and look at the news story.
And a wild scene here as investigators say the apparent target of this deadly gunfire, a rapper from the Atlanta area. They say a pretty well-known rapper, too, in this area, along with a second person in his black Cadillac Escalade. May have been a relative, may have been a member of his entourage. We don't know, but it's that second person, not the rapper, but the second person who was hit by gunfire, dies from the gunfire. Let's get right into it. Mikey will give you a look. The gas station here, this is right across the street from the busy Beverly Center on La Cienega. See all that broken glass there? That's where the Escalade is parked. They're getting gas when all of a sudden the windows are blown out by gunfire. They're under attack by bullets flying all over the place. To the left, Mike, you'll give you a look. See all those white evidence markers on the ground? Each one of those is by a shell casing. Gives you an idea how many rounds are fired. Police say in that alleyway, the white vehicle pulls up. 3 men get out, and they start firing at will, blasting away, targeting that black SUV, the rapper, and his second person inside. Up top, Sky Fox, a better look at this area so you can imagine the chaos here. It's right across the street, catty corner from the busy Beverly Center. But
now, the last time that we talked about this, and we went over this, you got the wide angle. You got to see where the glass was on the ground from the shooting, from where the Escalade was, and then you see that alleyway right there. Like they backed in, or either, they drove into that alleyway, kind of hidden from the gas pump where the shooting took place. And, you could tell like somebody had this on their mind. And even one of the police chiefs, he talked about this and said this was a direct hit. Like there was no showing up and getting into an argument, fender bender, nothing like that. Like somebody was out to shoot them. You know what I mean? And it just seems like regardless of what he was trying to do, or if he was trying to even stay low key, they were definitely not on their P's and Q's in this situation. And unfortunately, somebody lost their life. Now, I'm not trying to sound cold because anybody have to stop and get gas. But man, when you have people making warnings and telling you not to be a place, and I didn't know it was to this point where a whole gang basically told him not to be out there. But, it's hard to judge if people can take those things seriously or not, or how serious they take them. But hopefully, man, rappers take them more serious in the future, Now, I'm not 100% sure that this person, the person who was in this video, and I'm going to play this video for y'all, and he's claiming that, Quando Rondo was banned from being out there. And it looks like Alshon Martin. Y'all tell me if it is, man. Let's play it.
This message is for Quando Rondo. You in LA on Crenshaw and Slauson, big diss in the set. This is why LA the way it is. These out of state thinking it's cool. They think it's groovy to do like this. And one thing I respect for Nip, he never threw up the set. I ain't never seen no picture of him doing that. But one thing about you, bro, when I catch you, I'm a bro. I don't give a who behind you. I see a couple of your people trying to tap in and hit me through my.
Y'all tell me if this is Alshon Martin or not. You know what I'm saying? Now, you see in that heading, it says a Hoover in 2019 was getting at Quando Rondo, and it basically said and banned him from city of Los Angeles. You know what I mean?
DMs, it's not working, bro. Just keep that same energy. You throwing up set over there, throw it up everywhere you go.
Now, is that Alshon Martin? Y'all tell me, man. Is that, the guy who used to be with Treyway, the rap label? Or is that somebody else? Because that's who it looked like to me a bit. You know what I'm saying? And I know he from over there and whatnot. He's probably one of the most known names from over there, to be real with you. Let me see. Y'all tell me in the chat what y'all think. Or tell me in the comment section later. But that's who it seems like. We're going to listen one time. I don't see where he says this is, I don't hear him say he's banned. I hear him say, if I catch you, if I see you, maybe that could be banning, but let's go.
This message is for Quando Rondo. You in LA on Crenshaw and Slauson, big diss in the set. This is why LA the way it is. These out of state thinking it's cool. They think it's groovy to do like.
Oh man, what's going on? Hold up. I don't like. Sorry about that, y'all.
This message is for Quando Rondo. You in LA on Crenshaw and Slauson, big diss in the set. You know, this is why LA the way it is. These out of state thinking it's cool. They think it's groovy to do like this. And one thing I respect for Nip, he never threw up the set. I ain't never seen no picture of him doing that. But one thing about you, bro, when I catch you, I'm a bro. I don't give a who behind you. I see a couple of your people trying to tap in and hit me through my DMs. It's not working, bro. Just keep that same energy. You throwing up set over there, throw it up everywhere you go.
All right, so you heard that, man. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Is that Alshon Martin? And is that a banning? Is that, yo, you ain't allowed out here. Don't ever come to this city. It is what it is type of deal, man. Let me see. Y'all say LA serious. Yeah, LA serious. Like, nah, there ain't no games out there. Ain't no games. I'll be the first one to say that. He's from Hoover in Los Angeles. And, you know, I hate to mention all these gang names and stuff like that. And before I close this out, yo, thanks Felon with Firearms. Y'all go check him out. Check him out, man. He donates, or he actually contributes to the stream a lot for at least the last 2 streams. So check him out. But, man, I don't know. Is that a banning? And really, wouldn't that make you hot if you made a video like this and then acted on it? Like, come on, man. You wouldn't be able to do nothing outside of getting into a fist fight, it seemed like. Because, like, that would make you super hot. Like, you'd be the first person they would look at. And especially since this is already, what is this, now 3 years old? And the situation took place this weekend. And obviously they were sitting on him and stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. But let's talk about the story that came out today. And this is kind of connected to this because this guy and the guy on the video they said was banning, that was basically banning Quando Rondo from the city or whatever. They're saying, you know, they rep the same thing. So let's do that, man. So let's look at this post right here. Now, this post right here where you see it says Treyway Bron James. That Treyway Bron James, that's actually a rapper by the name of Treyway. You know what I mean? Now, Treyway, I've been keeping up with him for a while. You've seen him he's been on No Jumper several times, man. He went on there with his homeboys one time. He went on there by himself one time, and I think he talked to the cat T-Rail or whatever. You know, they from the same neighborhood and stuff like that, or they claim the same thing. We'll say it like that. You know what I mean? And he's one of the up-and-coming rappers from the West Coast. Like, but he stays into some stuff. Like, there's several posts you can see on my Instagram where there was videos of him getting into fights. One, he was looked like some cats was trying to pack him out, but he kept moving and swerving on him. And he just, he stays in it, man. And I think his age has a lot to do with that. And, his position as far as like how the way that he described it between him, his family, and his friends and all that, right? Because his brother, he admitted on No Jumper, is one of the people who are the key suspects being blamed with shooting and killing Pop Smoke. Yeah, this runs deep. Like, there was a whole news story about the group of dudes who were basically robbing people, and they were under the same umbrella. And, they were in jail for shooting and killing Pop Smoke. The trial's still going on or whatever. And it seems like, man, I don't want to say trouble follows him around, but he's not running from it either, So I got to give him his credit there. But once he heard about this situation out here, there was a post that was made from Rap Season or whatever. And you see he reposted it. And you see in the caption, and let me blow that up for you guys so you guys can see all this, man. See what it says. It basically says, yeah, bigger than that, because I know y'all can't read that. It basically says this, right? My bad. It basically says, the gang who killed Pop Smoke is allegedly responsible for shooting at Quando Rondo and killing his friend. Now, I am in no way trying to dry snitch on anybody. I am just reading what's here in front of me. I don't know who's involved in anything, and I would never say who's involved unless it was like in black and whites in my face. But with Treyway taking this post from Rap Season and then reposting it in his story and saying, well, we guess, and with a laughing emoji and a hand over face emoji, some people have taken that to believe that Treyway is saying, yeah, man, or taking credit for this. Now, it might not be this. He might be poking fun at it because it's not true, or he believes it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Or he could be just saying that, yo, y'all are capping and this is going on too far, because that name has been thrown around a lot. Like, the name of that organization with the Quando Rondo shooting has been thrown around a lot. You know what I mean? And maybe he's just trying to make fun of it. I don't know, man. What do y'all think? Y'all tell me in the comment section, because people are on two sides of this. Because of what happened before with the with the alleged Hoover member who went online and was like saying those things in that video that they were allegedly saying was from there. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be careful here because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We just looking for answers. But do y'all think that that's possible? Because Quando Rondo does claim what he claims. And they supposed to be enemies with that side or whatever. I know the last time we went live, a lot of people were saying that in the chat and we were ignoring it. But so much has happened since then where it seems like people are all too quick to put it on one side to say that they took place, that they were involved in this. I mean, it's already been proven because I think some of the guys in the Pop Smoke situation are already working on deals or something like that. But yo, this situation with Quando Rondo, it's still hot. They're still trying to figure it out. You said them dudes from who you talking about? I don't know. You said I'm Hoover on GTA 5. No cap. Yo, what do they call it on Grand Theft Auto? What do they call the two gangs, man? I forgot the name. But nah, man, they ain't that. Youngboy ain't gonna let this slide. That's facts. Bodies will drop on the other. Nah, man, I doubt that. Man, NBA Youngboy is on house arrest. You know what I'm saying? Like super house arrest. Where he has to pay for his own security there. They got to name check everybody who comes to his place. They can't be a felon. It's so many restrictions, it's wild. You know what I mean? You said Youngboy don't play about his people. Yeah, man. I think he's got Quando's back. Don't get me wrong. I think NBA Youngboy definitely is down for Quando Rondo. Like, because it would have been easy to separate itself and take the easy route out when the whole King Von situation took place, right? But instead, he stuck it out with his homeboy, and, you know, they in it like they in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's been what it's been since then. Y'all know what I mean. You know, y'all know exactly what I mean. But, man, yeah, I don't think he was turning his back on him or anything like that. At least he hasn't proved that he would, but I don't know, man. Not wait 3 years ago. Yeah, man. Like a lot of these things are old, man. So I don't know, man. Just because that dude might not even feel that way about Quando Rondo anymore, who posted that video. Grove Street and Ballas. Huh. All right. Facts, but Dirk is official streets like his homie King Von. I don't know, man. I was talking with somebody earlier today about that. Like, Lil Durk's potential involvement in anything like this. And it's too many bright lights on Lil Durk right now. You know what I'm saying? He does have the money to get something stupid done. I mean, but why? Like, there would be no reason, man. Like, well, there'd be a reason, but come on, man. Like, it's lights all on him. People are looking all at Lil Durk. Like, he wouldn't be able to do anything crazy if he tried, you know, and the way that he's rolling and where he's at in the rap game, I don't know. I just don't see him risking it, you know? NBA Youngboy take out 24, huh? Grove Street families, and I see you keep posting that. Dirk too rich, yeah, man, he got that money. Just because he on house arrest don't mean nothing. NBA uses his songs as messages to his affiliates. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen him use his songs as messages to his ops too. I mean, like, if you go to his Instagram page, once he brought it up, it's that song dissing Lil Durk in them. You know, I Hate Youngboy. It was like the advertisement on there for the hats and everything, right? Yeah. I know he ain't that stupid. Yeah, Durk would have to be tripping, man. Tripping just to get everybody in the streets to feel happy for you. We ain't blowing it back like that. Nah, Betty. Y'all said, I know he ain't that stupid. No, play. Play the video again. All right, let's see. I'll play it. I don't know. Y'all tell me, man. Y'all tell me if y'all think this is a legit being banned. I don't know. And remember, this is from 3 years ago.
This message is for Quando Rondo. You in LA
House TV
on Crenshaw and Slauson, big diss in the set, you know. This is why LA the way it is. These out of state thinking it's cool. They think it's groovy to do like this and that. And one thing I respect for Nip, he never threw up the set. I ain't never seen no picture of him doing that. But one thing about you, bro, when I catch you, I'm a bro. I don't give a who behind you. I see a couple of your people trying to tap in and hit me through my DMs. It's not working, bro. Just keep that same energy. You throwing up set over there, throw it up everywhere you go. This message is for Quando Rondo.
And he let it be known, like, yo, this message is for Quando Rondo. I still don't see where this is him being banned. And you'll hear when we go through it, he says, it sounds like he's talking about getting into a fight with him. It didn't sound like anything about any type of gunplay.
You in LA on Crenshaw and Slauson, big diss in the set, you know. This is why LA the way it is. These out of state thinking it's cool. They think it's groovy to do like. This message is for Quando Rondo. You in LA on Crenshaw and Slauson, big diss in the set, you know. This is why LA the way it is. These out of state thinking it's cool. They think it's groovy to do like this and that. And one thing I respect for Nip, he never threw up the set. I ain't never seen no picture of him doing that. But one thing about you, bro, when I catch you, I'm a bro.
See, right there, he said, when I catch you, he wasn't talking about anything crazy, but we'll see.
I don't give a who behind you. I see a couple of your people trying to tap in and hit me through my DMs. It's not working, bro. Just keep that same energy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see that being a banning. And the fact that this was in 2019, I don't know, man. Y'all might be stretching it. I don't know, man. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Y'all tell me in the chat what y'all think. Crenshaw's, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, if he was gonna say something, it would probably be in that same. Crenshaw and Slauson would probably be the place that he said it. I'll say that. You know what I mean? So self-snitching is the new way of life. Yeah. If dude would have, nah, man, I doubt it. I doubt it, man. Because nobody would. You'd be foolish. You'd know there's a video out there. Come on, bro. Come on. Nah, man. That'd be on some world's dumbest criminal stuff. You going out like that? That'd be crazy, man. What else y'all saying in here? Y'all said Lil Baby next in RICO. I don't know about that, man. Everybody keeps saying that, but I don't know. I don't think so. We'll see, man. I doubt it. That's been the rumor since they've been talking about these Atlanta RICOs. Now, some news might break, and then that might be the case, and he was on that paper that was going around, but I don't know. I don't think so. You said that's a ban, bro? You believe so? I mean, it was from 3 years ago. You know what I mean? These dudes hating for no reason. I don't know if they hating on Quando Rondo or he has some real enemies. You know, it could be real ops and whatnot, man. He just wasn't keeping his head on a swivel and doing what he had to do, too. That's a possibility as well, you know? Let me see. Y'all said, doesn't Lil Baby run with Thug, though? Yeah, well, the crazy part about Lil Baby, Young Thug, I want to say there's like 4 of them. And one of them's, I'm forgetting 2 of the other names. And Gunna. Gunna's one of them. But, yo, they've known each other for a long time, bro. I was like, what? I guess they all somehow went to high school together at the same time at one time, or they were all at camp or something together. I don't know, man. Something like that. And when I say camp, I'm talking about like jail camp. You know what I mean? Not say King Von Slide. R.I.P. King Von, though. You know what I mean? These dudes, hey, people keep throwing Lil Baby name out there. Yeah, man, I don't believe it, man. I don't believe it until I see it. Lil Baby ain't in those streets. You know what I'm saying? He's out here being one of the best rappers in the game, you know, right now. I'll say that, man. We need Lil Baby out here. You know what I mean? If I was rich, I'll make Kyle music. Music like Kyle from the Arizona rapper or whatever. He makes happy music. That's for real. Y'all said they all from the Atlanta South Side, the South Side of Atlanta. Okay. Lil Baby from West End, Young Thug from Jonesboro, Cleveland. Bro, them niggas in LA know how to shoot the way they were shooting. Seemed like Chicago. Well, you can't put accuracy of shooting on somebody or where they from. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say Dirk next? Oh, hopefully not, man. I know Dirk is worried about that because he's doing great in the game, you know? So what's the outcome of all this? Man, a whole bunch of senselessness continuing. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, Quando Rondo, like, his best bet is to try to get out of – I'm pretty sure he's out of L.A. by now. But he had to probably try to squeeze up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, really ink his way up out of L.A. to get back home. And then, you know, you coming back home on a tragedy, so going back to L.A. again, that's just – I don't know. That's bad news. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all said Dirk ain't like that. Can't pin him on nothing. Yeah, man. I don't think Dirk is out there like that either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Oh, man. Y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all hit that like button. Everybody get those likes up, man, if you ain't here right now. And my bad. We didn't win. Well, forget all that. My bad. Sometimes, you know, when you got 3 different topics you want to talk about, time seems to go by, man. But yeah, man, we didn't win over this enough. You know what I mean? What we will do is wait until something official comes out next, or either hear some more from Quando Rondo's camp or anybody else that might be involved. But right now, the jury's still out on if one organization was directly involved in this or not. And especially somebody who made a video banning him like 3 years ago. I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard sell for me. You know what I mean? But with that, this been your boy Big Man. Y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. And make sure y'all hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content or even go live. And do me a favor, man. On your way out, make sure you run them likes up. And, man, if you have any questions, concerns, or whatever, hit me on Instagram, man. You know, DM me on IG, or either just leave it in the comment section because I go through the comments as well. And we out this thing. Peace. Oh, yeah, shout out to the chat. If I didn't get to your city today, I'll get to it next time for sure. You know what I'm saying? And we out this thing.